Hey everybody, my name is Adrian. Welcome back to Game Reviews Malaysia. I don't often put my face here on cam during reviews and whatever, but this time around, it's an exception because I wanted to personally thank each and every one of you for subscribing to the channel and helping it reach 100 subscribers, which is a good milestone. I always knew when I started the channel, the biggest obstacle will be hitting that first 100 subscribers, and it was hard because I don't guerrilla market the channel as much as I should on Facebook or even local websites and forums just to get the channel out there, and I haven't done any of that. The channel's growth has been mainly organic on YouTube, and for some of the content that I do, like MMO top 10 and stuff, I put them in places where I know that they will be seen, and I'm guessing that's how most of you found out about Game Reviews Malaysia. So yeah, I'm incredibly humbled for the support and that you guys like the content. So again, I want to thank you guys so much for sticking around and subscribing. I think the number's gone up to 132 subscribers now, and I hit 100 about a week ago. So yeah, this video is coming out late. I'm a freelance writer, so all my deadlines have been really crazy in the past few weeks, and it's still crazy to be honest. And that sort of dictates how frequent I can put out videos and stuff like that. So this video also is a good opportunity for me to give you guys, subscribers, some more information about the channel, the formation, and basically just the format of the upcoming videos and stuff like that. Now, beginning with Game Reviews Malaysia, the channel, I decided to go with the name simply because it's an accurate representation of what I'm trying to bring in terms of game reviews, which I don't often see locally. I mean, Malaysians on YouTube, what most gamers are doing are pretty much, the market's already saturated in terms of that kind of content. Lots of let's plays, lots of previews and reviews, and not a lot of people doing the kind of format that I do, which is I go through pros, cons, and then I add that little bit of localization inside, like how much is the game going to cost from a Malaysian ringgit point of view. In terms of the reviews, I've been blogging about games for a very, very long time, and it began with MMOs. And I thought, you know what, I think I could just start a YouTube channel and start reviewing, because I have such a great passion for gaming in general, and I'm a very subjective person when it comes to blogging about games, but I've never really done the objective side of things. So that's what I wanted to try. I looked around again, local magazines, stuff like that. Nothing. There wasn't anybody who was reviewing games locally. For example, here, this is PC Gamer. This was the last edition, the last issue of PC Gamer Malaysia, which was cheaper than the American or the UK magazine, and the content is mostly collated from those countries. So it says PC Gamer Malaysia, but the content, the review was written somewhere else. And I always thought to myself, back then, this issue was December 2011, I always thought to myself, hey, haven't we got any writers, game reviewers who could write reviews? Instead of just covering local events, couldn't we write our own reviews and add that bit about what it offers gamers from a local perspective? Ever since that magazine Malaysian version was gone, I just couldn't find anything else. Other PC gaming review magazines were about 30-40 Malaysian ringgit, which is very expensive, and not a lot of people buy them anyway, so that's dying down. Everything's going online. So that's why I sort of decided, okay, you know what, I could make reviews in a video format and take it online, because that's the future. Video content is the future. Now, in terms of the format of the reviews, I sort of had a game plan when I started the channel. Like, I know the first 8 months is going to be very hard to break into game reviews, knowing that YouTube is so saturated with game reviews. So I focused the content around less than 10 minutes, because I know that within that 10 minutes I'm going to have to explain the game, basically tell the viewer everything they needed to know about the game in a short amount of time, so I can keep their attention, and it makes it easy to watch, especially in this day and age when information is going so fast. Even for myself, when I watch a review, unless I personally enjoy that person's style of a long review, e.g. Angry Joe, his reviews can go up to 40 minutes, and I'd sit there and watch everything. But for myself, when I'm just starting out, people don't know who I am and what I bring to the game review table. I'm keeping things short, so that people can get through the video and it's like, okay, that was a good bit of information in a short burst, so I'm gonna subscribe and come back for more. So that's really my initial thoughts about the format of the videos. Now, in terms of what kind of games I decide to review, well, that's really largely down to my own personal means. I'll be very honest with you guys, I'm not making any money from YouTube at the moment because I'm nobody. Less than 10,000 subscribers. I'm averaging between 200 to 300 views on the normal reviews, so that's not really making a lot of money, and my earnings from my freelancing job will usually dictate what sort of games I review next. So I can't always review the latest AAA games one after another because it's just going to cost a lot of money, and I can't necessarily do that. So in the future, if the channel does grow and I have the ability to review as many games as I can, then that will have more of a say. My purchasing power will have more say in terms of how many games I can cover and what kind of games I can afford to review. So just before I go, I thought, since I wasn't smart enough to ask in advance to my subscribers and viewers, that if you guys had any questions about the channel or myself, that you guys should leave a comment in a previous video or whatever. So I thought, what, I'll just Q&A myself. I'll just pick up a blank piece of paper and ask myself random questions. Here goes. So the first question is, will you ever do console game reviews? Short answer, yes. Long answer, not right now. I mean, I always knew when I started the channel that I wanted to cover games across all platforms. And I have been doing some mobile game reviews, but I think it's the console games that I really should start reviewing, like PlayStation 4, Xbox One. There are lots of console exclusive games that really deserves to be reviewed from a local perspective, which I have not been able to do. I mean, I do have a PlayStation 4, it belongs to my sister, but I don't have the finances to buy an Elgato HD capture system that it's required to grab game footage from a PlayStation or an Xbox to make a review. Is it something I want to do in the future? Absolutely. So hopefully when the channel grows further, I'm able to expand and do more console game review, because consoles are as big as PC in terms of gaming, and that's something I like to cover as well. Next question. How come you don't sound Malaysian? So, that's a fairly common comment that I get when I go through some of my channel comments, like, how come you don't sound Malaysian? It's not a very easy answer, because I don't know if there's an answer. I mean, growing up, I spoke English as a kid. I spoke English in school alongside Bahasa Malaysia, which is our national language. I spoke English in college, spoke English in university, and I had an English job, and that's what I spoke. I really can't explain why I don't sound like what you expect me to sound. As long as you can understand me and you enjoy the content that I'm putting out with my game reviews, then it really shouldn't matter, should it? Last question. Will you ever do bilingual game reviews? Oh boy. So I suppose this one's for the Malaysian viewers out there. Ya, saya boleh bercakap bahasa Malaysia, tetapi making a review dalam BM is a little bit susah. Memang susah. So mungkin saya akan buat dalam bahasa Melayu, tapi saya tak nak janji apa-apa. Sorry about that. There was a knock on the door and I had to answer. Anyway, just to wrap things up, that was a failed self Q&A. But if you guys have any questions at all about the channel, or about myself, or about games in general, just leave them in the comments below, and I'll reply each and every one of you. Once again, to wrap everything up, I know it's only 100 subscribers, but it does mean a lot to me. The channel is growing, and I'm happy to see that you guys are enjoying the content and are coming back to see more. Final tidbit, yes, there's a game playing in the background, because I'm really shy just to have a full video of me just talking crap with my face on, so I decided to play something in the background. But in the future, very near future, I'm going to make a top 10 reasons to play video, and it's about the game in the background. So if you know the game in the background, you know what's coming. If you don't, then you need to stay tuned to catch that video. Once again, my name is Adrian from Game Reviews Malaysia, and I want to thank you guys for subscribing, and thanks for watching.